Hello everyone, and today I'm here with another informative video, and this time it's about letter of recommendation. Do we need any recommendation for admission? Well honey, yes you need, because that is one way that the admission panel could actually evaluate and analyze your skill set that you have explained your SOP earlier. So this is something that they get from a third point of view. So also make sure the recommender is really credible. You need to make sure you have your professor, lecturer, HOD, or even your manager at work as your recommender. So let's get right to the video. Letter of recommendation is highly valued in Germany, so make sure that you invest a proper time so that you could get a well-drafted LOR. So why do you need a lot of time for LOR? This is because someone else is writing for you. So you need to give them ample time so that they could come with a well-drafted LOR. And you also need to respect their schedule. So you need to give them beforehand so you get your LOR on time. The crucial part of letter of recommendation is the recommenders you choose. You need to make sure again that the recommenders you choose are credible. They should be professor, lecturers, or managers from your previous work. First of all, think of 2 to 3 people who could write a good positive letter of recommendation for you. And also it's best if you could have some backup plans, because maybe there are chances that your recommenders might get too busy or refuse at the end. So it's always good that you have a backup plan of again 2 or 3 more recommenders. So it must be not easy to get them on hold. So it's good you plan beforehand, take an appointment, explain it to them what you're expecting in your letter of recommendation. You might pen down a few skill set that you want to highlight in your LOR. You can also utilize this appointment by explaining your recommender why exactly you're going for this university or why this course. So the recommender can explain and connect your capabilities or skill set with the university, and try to give this positive look about you. The challenges that you might face is maybe your recommender is too busy. That time, the best favor you could do is draft an LOR by yourself. Now this is really challenging again because you need to write your LOR from a third person's view. At times, there are some universities that request for your recommender's email address so that the university could send a set of questions to your recommender and get them answered about you. So in these cases, it's best and better if you could ask your recommender their email address so that you can just send it to your university. So let's recap, and here are the few tips that you need to remember before you draft your letter of recommendation. Think of 2 to 3 people who can give you a good recommendation. That means you have attended their lecture or worked with them in the past. They know you at a personal level and they are in a respectable position in the organization. Take an appointment with your recommender and ask if they need any additional information in writing the recommendation letter. You can also explain them things like why you're interested in applying for a particular course or at a particular university. Draft your LOR if necessary. If your recommender is too busy, they may advise you to draft one. Think from your recommender's perspective and let the draft be in the appreciative tone, but do not exceed the boundary on any occasion. For some universities, you just need to mention your recommender's email address in the application form. Later, your recommender will get an email which contains a form linked to a questionnaire or few direct questions which need to be addressed by him or her. Tip number 1. The LOR should be written on company or institute letterhead and should be stamped by the issuing organization. It should contain the recommender's authentic signature. Tip 2. Carefully read the instruction provided by the university for word limit, format, content, etc. and convey the same to your recommender. Tip 3. Do not copy a LOR or plagiarize any portion of it, since a copied LOR can lead to disqualification of an admission profile. So these are few tips you may provide to your recommender. So that can be: first, include the duration they have known you and your relationship with the recommender. Include your ranking among other students of your class. Highlight if you're among the top 20% of his or her class. Describe your academic and professional background. What achievements the recommended thing you possess in the chosen field, and mention your goals and aspiration and other relevant information. Now, tips on how to choose your recommender. So LORs from a college professor is more valued in technical university since they are research oriented. Well, LOR from a manager will be more valued if you are applying for an FH university since they are more practice-oriented university. If you could take care of all these tips, then I'm sure you are gonna nail your letter of recommendation. So I really hope, like always, that this video was also informative. So until then, bye from me. So if this video was informative, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon.